Morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm right now starting my show. I'll be right back with you.
Okay.
All right, bye bye. Be right back.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Good morning and welcome. Welcome to my live stream. I'm Bob Pace. I'm your host. We're fighting CPS. Fight CPS with your host, Bob Pace, is the name of this live stream this morning. And I give a warm welcome to all of you. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. No, that's invite guests. I don't want to do that. How do I? I don't want to do solo layout. Um, huh. Let's see what the. Okay. Uh, okay. I have a new computer, so I'm trying to make sure the settings are correct and everything. But I've been doing this live stream now for 22 months. It's over a year and a half. And it's twice a day, 7 days a week. That's 14 live streams a week. So I'm really glad that you're here to join me because we're here to help you with your CPS case. What I call CPS is a child protection system. It's a government entity that was started in 62. And let me see right now. I'm trying to put a banner up because this is one of the things you can do to interact with this live stream. Hopefully you can see me okay. The lighting looks really good. As we get started here. Um, it's Saturday the 10th or Sunday the 10th of August, 2024. Now, the banner I put up there is how you can leave a text a message to me. If you want to write a message to me, all you have to do is text me a message. Instructions are right there. When it says country, if you're in the United States, don't worry about putting your country. Don't worry about putting your country. Okay, I think I've gotten it adjusted. Okay. Um, so to do the live stream, I mean, to text a message to me, just follow that banner and I'll read it. Make sure that if you're from outside the United States, you do list your country. I have right now 22 countries, with US is 23. I have Bangladesh, Indonesia, then I have India, and then the Middle East, I have Saudi Arabia, and then I have Libya, and then over the continent of Africa, I have Liberia, and then Sudan, and the Republic of Congo, and then Rwanda and Mozambique, and then the provinces of South Africa. Then up to Europe, I got the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales, and Denmark and Sweden. Across the pond, I got Canada and its provinces. I got the United States and all 50 states, including Washington, D.C. Then south of the border, I have Mexico. Further south in South America, north of Brazil on the east coast, is Grenada. Then across the South Pacific is New Zealand, and then Australia, the land down under, and its states. So that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. And they all share something common. They've run into a rogue CPS system. I too was a victim of CPS. And I've learned that you have to follow certain things to do better with them, to do better with them. And so thank you, Donna Yanosky. So glad that you gave me the thumbs up. She comes here all the time. Don't know where she's from, but she's a very friendly person that I think is really, 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 really nice and so forth. So I'm really happy that you've found this live stream. I do want to help you. I do want to help you. Now, besides texting a message, you can be a guest on my live stream. All you have to do is contact my show producer, Grace, and she'll gladly help you be a guest on my live stream. All you do is pick one of my 14 shows. I'm on every day, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., on the weekends at 8 a.m., and on the evenings at 7, all 7 days. So you just say, I want Bob's Sunday morning show or Bob's Friday night show or Bob's Wednesday morning. That's all you have to say. And then she'll send you a link to get on a program called SteamYard that broadcasts on YouTube. And that's all there is to it. And you can talk about your case and help out others too. So you just write to Grace, her email's there, and she'll take care of the rest. We have some simple rules, no profanity, and we do not eat on the show or smoke on the show. And then we do not use the names of children, social workers, or judges. Now, um, the last thing I'm going to do is put my phone number up. That way you can call me. You can call me. My phone number is live at 626 698 0990. And that'll reach my phone. My phone is on. Um, and you can talk on the show. Um, let me see here. Okay. So my number's up and I'm able to take calls. Now, the other number, 888 that's the office of Vincent W. Davis. He's my attorney, and he will gladly help you with your case. He can be retained. Right now, his fee is $500 an hour, and for LA County, he's approximately $5,000 retainer starting off. It all depends on the complexity of your case and how long it's been going on when you determine the price. But that gives you a rough estimate. That's for LA County, where his office is located. But like the other day, I gave a quote to a couple in Georgia. It was 125. Wisconsin was another 125. It all depends on so many variables. Also, understand if he goes to other states, he has his airfare costs, his ground transportation, his hotel and food, and then he has to pay for a license in that state to practice law. But he will go other states. So I know that's a lot of money. I spent quite a lot with my kids, quite a lot, and I don't regret it. Um, families are important to me. I had to sell my forever home, which was a hard thing to swallow. I certainly did not want to lose my forever home. That was really hard to swallow. Your forever home is
I'm hanging in there.
I'm trying to figure out my new computer.
Oh, you got a new computer?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. I remember you were.
I was trying to get the lighting adjusted and the sizes and stuff that with your new computer. But I'm
Trying
glad
to
you
get all
called me.
personal.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
glad you.
glad too.
Yeah. So what's
I
the?
do want to call again,
Yeah.
but right now what's going on is, because I don't know if you remember, my case is out of Sanders County, Montana, and I also got a criminal charge because they broke down my door, and so
Why'd
now
they?
they want to.
Why'd they break your door down?
Well, see, that's what I'm trying to figure out. It says in the thing in the report that they hadn't seen me or my son for 4 days, which I don't understand what that has to do with anything because the stepdad was seeing us like every other day.
Okay.
Now maybe the law enforcement wasn't, but my attorney who doesn't is not a public defender for my criminal case. She's a regular attorney that gets the overflow cases.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so she's actually pretty good, and so she sent me this thing. Um, I got it Friday. I had to print it out. She put it in the mail. Somebody's been taking my mail, but it's a 3-page and sheet, and it's for the criminal case, and they want me to sign it, but I think I should not and go to trial because it says it's called the Deferred Prosecution Agreement.
Okay, let me look that up and see what I can find out on that.
Okay. I was
Defer,
doing that myself yesterday too.
defer,
Deferred, yeah. Prosecution Agreement.
okay.
They call it.
Prosecution agreement.
Yes. And it's just a little 3-page one, maybe it's 2.5 because of the signing on the other one.
I better put the location too. I better put
Sanders County,
what
Montana.
standard STANDARD.
SANDERS.
SANDERS.
Correct.
Sanders
County.
deferred. Okay, Sanders, and that's Montana. MONTANNA, and then it's CPS. CPS. Okay, now let me go see where it tells me.
Sorry, I'm coughing. I'm also found out I'm sick. I went to the doctor and I must have some surgery.
Well,
Yeah. What I looked up when I was looking on it yesterday on the YouTube about what a deferred prosecution agreement is, mainly all the cases I seen were like for people with DUIs, for example, because the count they're want to charge me with, but yet it's kind of like you don't get charged with this agreement. Is the first count did they have a criminal endangerment, and if I sign this section, it's saying that you're saying you're guilty, but then like you have like a year probation thing, and then they'll like sweep it under the rug, in other words, and then the next count is assault with a weapon. And the third count they gave me was resisting arrest, and then the fourth was obstructing a peace officer.
okay.
And I think if I was to sign this, that would be really dumb of me because that would mean that I'm admitting there was endangerment when there wasn't any. And I never had a gun. I told them that I would shoot them even though I didn't have a gun.
Well, what's so weird is they tell me it's in simple terms. It says it's a voluntary agreement, so that means it's voluntary. You don't have to agree to it between a defendant and a prosecutor, in which the prosecutor agrees to drop charges if the defendant meets certain conditions, such as paying fines, compensation victims, and implementing reforms. So it's a it's a deal. It's something that I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't
Right. You know why?
sign it.
Yeah, I don't think I will either because one of the statements I highlighted, because it is exactly what you just read, is exactly what it is. And it says, the defendant, well, I don't know why in the world I would do this. It would be dumb of me if I did this, but it says, defendant used against her in a trial on this matter. But then there's other things that highlighted too, where it says say things like it can be used against you later, and the part I don't like is the one down at the bottom that says it was supposed to be me understanding. I understand it is within the sole, which means only these people, the sole discretion of the Sanders County Attorney's Office to determine the question of my satisfactory compliance with this agreement. And then it says, furthermore, further the county attorney or assigned deputy county attorney may, at any time during this term of this agreement, or at any agreed extension thereof, upon a determination of unsatisfactory compliance, after a reasonable opportunity for me to be heard, file a complaint charging me as above described. So therefore, they're saying if it's full of Sanders County Department doesn't think I'm doing okay when they're all against me, that they can turn around any time if I sign this and do what they want. And there's a part there that says I give them permission to come into my home, to stop me anytime off the road, and if they think something's wrong, they have the right to do what they want with me, and I can't let that happen.
I agree.
And then it says something about CPS, but because I had asked the attorney what does this give me? I had to wait a whole year to get my son back now. I never did. I never abused him or anything. I was the one that broke my son's leg.
I'm so sorry. That's tough. That's tough.
I just don't want to take all the time up it. And it says something about restitution. Restitution is where you can collect, right?
Yes.
And then a resolution is the outcome, correct?
Correct. You got it right.
Okay, so the first one with the resolution says, parties agree that resolution of this case without a prosecution or conviction in the best interest of the defendant and the community. Well, it definitely would be in the best interest to dismiss it, and I would tell the attorney tomorrow, and for the community, because this is a small community. And then the parties understand that claims for restitution have all been identified and are resolved within the year-end agreement. Well, that means I couldn't come back and do my civil rights lawsuit that are correct.
You're right.
And it's like, it took me, I'm sorry, Bob, it's just so disturbing to people.
I know.
I knew that's what it was. I got this on Friday from the attorney, and Monday I got a call her. She said there'd be no court if I sign it on Tuesday. Well, I got to tell her, I'm going to say, what are your thoughts and what do you think about it before I tell you my input?
Right.
Tell this attorney and see what she says, because to me this is a setup.
Yeah, in Montana, it says how long does CPS have to respond to a report in Montana? It's 60 days of receiving that.
Oh wow. Okay. So what do you think how should any advice of anything I could mention to the attorney, which is like,
well,
like
the thing is they're trying to make a wheels and deals. It's like if you don't sign the safety plan, then you won't see your children or you won't have visitations. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Right.
What you do is you strike out things in the safety plan you don't like, initial them, and sign it. You sign it under protest with the revisions.
Well, when we went to this is the criminal case. Now, the case of CPS with my son, everybody has told me to keep both cases separate, not to intermingle them.
No, they don't. And the problem is they try to. Now, most times criminal cases are done first before CPS case because CPS wants to see the outcome and they want to milk you with more money.
Right. And that's why when I read this and it said it was a year long and I asked her that, so that means I have to wait a year to get my son. And she says, no. But then here's a sentence that says, I agree to make myself, why would I do this, Bob? Yeah. I agree to make myself available to law enforcement upon any legitimate welfare check. And I remind you, this is
See, that's the thing is, first of all, on a criminal case, you can have a trial by jury, and it's going to be your peers that decide whether you're guilty or not the judge.
Unless the attorney and the prosecutor came to an agreement to dismiss it.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you know.
So see, they're trying to scare me. The rest of the sentence says, or upon a reasonable suspicion or criminal activity. And then they wrote, and I will abide by Child and Family Services Division until termination of my involvement with that agency.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is stressful. You know, I had a friend come over that the Lord has just put in my life in the last couple months, and she's a woman of God, and it's been wonderful. But I'll tell you what, the enemy is, I've never felt his darts hit me harder than ever in my life. And, you know, I will get through it. But I should never sign that, correct?
Correct.
That'd be stupid, okay? And she should understand that. So I'm just asking your thoughts, and like, if she were to say, oh, you know, I don't think she would, though. Like, oh, go ahead and sign it. But hey, you never know. What would you suggest I should say, or any suggestions to give her? I don't want her to think I'm doing her job. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I said, she's a decent attorney.
I agree.
Okay, oh Lord. And then, I don't know, we just go to trial and go from there. What about would that include then the witness report? And all those people would have to be called in, right?
Yes, you're right about that.
Okay. And then I've been learning that if they call those people in, those people can go, oh, hey, I'm not going to show up. I don't want to go. And then that would ultimately dismiss it too, correct?
Correct. You're right.
Okay. Oh, this is so terrible. Sometimes I tell God, I go, I have to educate myself on this kind of thing, but it's, you know, so sad. Okay. Because I have to finish reading that a little bit, but that report is going to highlight and talk to the attorney tomorrow. So we're going to go to trial then. Now, does that mean I want to a speedy trial, or does it matter?
Well, on the criminal, you want a jury trial.
Okay.
And you want to have it separate from the CPS.
So what do I do to make that happen? I told her that once. I go, I was told from the beginning, everybody said do not intermingle either case.
Right. Well, you need to work with your attorney. Now, your attorney is the one that's going to be the strong recommendation.
I want to talk some more too, but I've been sick too. Like I told you, I got some surgery coming up, and kind of like when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
And I know it doesn't just happen to me. There's other people that are going through the same thing. And but all I can do is keep the faith and trust in Heavenly Father. You know, I don't understand sometimes. I told the girl yesterday what is happening here, why God, or what is going on here, but God says to just trust Him even when we don't understand it. And that's all I can do at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Do you want me to go back tomorrow morning or tonight? As I'm going to finish reading the actual report that they made up about me with all the lies and everything tonight. I could call. See, I kind of understand this attorney also said when they got the warrant, that they did it wrong because they never applied for the warrant to the judge. She said you can't do that. That's illegal.
Yeah.
Well, that's illegal. I want to tell her tomorrow on the phone. And how come they want to do this? When this is a complete setup, just deferred prosecution agreement, 3-page thing. This is not to help me. This is so they can come back in my life and try to steal my time again in the future. And I can't have them dealing with that. I want to be left alone.
Yeah.
I want to raise my son in a Christian-based home and education, and I don't want to belong to the government.
I don't blame you on that. Now, this attorney you have, is this your attorney for everything or just certain
No,
things?
I
Or
have there's two separate attorneys. The public defender attorney is the one for my CPS case. The one that's for this criminal case happens to be a regular attorney that you would pay like Vincent W. Davis. She got my case only because it was an overflow. And it's not even out of Sanders County, it's in another county, it's in Kalispell, it's the town or the city of Kalispell, Montana, which is like 2.5, 3 hours away from me. But I know, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna fight this, Bob. I'm gonna fight this.
I know it's the hardest thing sometimes to deal with what you're dealing with.
It feels lonely, and it feels like, Lord, do I have the strength to keep going? Lord, how much longer is this gonna take? You know, I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, I
And it's
understand.
hard. I know you do. I appreciate that. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. You know, I'm sure you get tired once in a while going on live twice a day, but you know what? I pray for you and I tell God, thank you for Bob.
Oh well, I
And I
thank
know
you
it's
very
hard.
much because it is so hard.
I bet it is. You know, sorry, but they put you through, what was it, 8 years of this?
Oh boy. I started 2010, and then in
Oh, Lord.
2015 they were taken. In 2017, at the end, they were returned. So it was 7 years.
Oh, wow.
It was
They have
terrible.
been doing this to me all my life. I have two other children. I have a
Yeah.
31-year-old daughter and an almost 18-year-old daughter. And then my 5-year-old son, they broke his leg. Well, and I had a case. I realized after I heard that you said when you're 18 you should have your case purged. I never knew that. When I was a little girl at 7, I got taken from my mother. And every kid I've had, they have all bothered me. The CPS.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I haven't talked to Betty Joe for a bit, and I thought maybe I got a new phone number. It's my new phone number. Maybe I should call her later today or something.
I'm just typing in things so that way. Let me.
Oh,
Oh,
it's fine. I don't know if
yeah.
you noticed what I don't know what you're looking at, but besides, I'm assuming that deferred prosecution thing we're talking about. But
Yeah.
I do notice when I looked at them, I mean, the cases were more about DUIs, drugs, or this has nothing to do with that. And like I said, the charge is criminal endangerment, and then it just states the violation Montana code. It tells you what you can be charged and for money and for how many sentencing. You know, assault with a weapon, resisting arrest. I have a guy resist arrest. We have the body footage cam stuff. They 3 or 4 of them jumped on me on the bed. I wasn't resisting nothing. I was being attacked.
Wow.
Really, that's what it felt like, you know. And these are kind of like minor charges. Resisting arrest. Most people, when they get that on any type of case, they usually dismiss something like that. See, this is a way for them to keep a grip on me. And I can't have it. I don't do anything wrong. I don't even use drugs. I'm a good mother. I pray all the time to God. Not saying I'm perfect because I'm beyond perfect because I'm not. You know, but this is wrong. And they can't get away with it. And I'm feeling like the Lord has been moving and working in my life. That I have to stand up for this. I have to do it for other people to protect other ones. Or this county's going to keep doing it. And I was thinking about asking the attorney tomorrow, let's call Doge together. Because if I call Doge, I'm going to get him my attorney's information, wouldn't I?
Yeah. I
you're fine, Bob. I'm just sitting here thinking. The reason I hadn't called in is because part of my sickness is my throat. So my voice is like raspy and deep, and it's just been hard for me to talk. And I do have so much to say, but I'd like to hear the other people speak too, you know. To me, this is just to be evil to give me this. And I don't even get it. It's a joke, is really what it is.
Yeah.
But if I called in tonight, I don't know how much longer we have. There's a 16 or 19 page report that came with it. But like I said, they never filed, they never applied. The attorney told me for the warrant, but they got it. You can't do that, she said. And then like there's a witness in here, and there's some other things that are stated, and I only got about halfway through it. I got to finish it today, highlight it, the important stuff to talk about with the attorney tomorrow. But I would like to hear your thoughts on it too, you know, and see what you think. I still don't know what I should call you later or tonight, or what I should do.
You can call me tonight. Yeah, you just have to deal with that with your attorney.
Okay, well, I am glad I called, so that way at least I know that I was thinking at least the right thing. That doesn't sound good, that piece of paper, those 3 pages, and why would I do that? That's like, come and get me, and then the part where it says that they have the right to knock on my door anytime, well, that would, to me, would take away my constitutional rights of, do you have a warrant?
Yeah.
And to be able to say, I don't answer questions. I mean, I've been studying all this. I got to educate myself. And it's sad, but this could never happen again. And I see on TV these babies that these people's parents locked them, their little babies in cages or starve them or kill them at that, you know.
Yeah, it is bad.
It is, you know, and now I understand the reason for that, but not in my case or like a lot of the people that come on the show here, you know.
Yes.
So I'm asking Christ to give me the strength, because I'm really not the type of person that likes to have eyes on me, you know, like, here I am. But I feel like that's what I'm going to have to do in a way to fight over this for my son and for others. So Bob, I'm thinking I should tell her, I asked the attorney if I would kindly say, you know, what are your thoughts and input on this for I see and hear what she says. And then after that, just to let her know that I can't sign on it, and we're going to take a trial, or they could dismiss it.
Right. That is right there. Hello, Margaret King. I want to say hello to Margaret King. I got Bartley from Montana talking about her case. She has an interesting part where they're trying to make a wheel and deal with her and try to intertwine her criminal case with her CPS. And she said, "Yes, I am live, Anna. I thought you go live at 10. That's on weekdays, Anna. That's Monday through Friday. On the weekends, I'm on at 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock. Well, I'm glad you found me on YouTube, Anna. Anna's from Florida. Margaret King is from Kern County, California. And Margaret King actually has hired Vincent Davis to work for her. So we're listening to Bartley explain and have questions and so forth. We've had 2 thumbs up From Christina Reynoso. Thank you, Christina. I missed you. I haven't seen you in a while. So
Hey, Bob, have you heard this being done to someone before then? This paperwork, I'm sure, right?
yes, yes.
I just want to know your thoughts. Why? I mean, I know these people in the department are sick people, most of them. But I mean, to me, that's all I can think of is why they would do this. Why do they want to do this to people? This piece of paper and like it's a setup. So later on, they can come back and grab my son. You know what I mean?
Right.
What is the deal with that? Why? Just for money? I mean, is that really truly what it
Yep.
truly is? I mean,
Yes.
that's so sad. Because I'm not for love, you know. And you can't buy love if they don't get it.
No, they just want money.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you called in this morning.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, thank you for saying that. I'm glad I did too. I was hesitating and like I said, do it. I had to do it. Feels like a lonely place a lot, you know.
Yeah.
I would assume that's what others feel too, and I feel them. And all I can tell others, the most important thing is that I learned out of all of this to keep your faith strong and bright, even afterward as well, and keep walking with Him. And even if we don't understand Him, to trust Him because He always makes good out of evil things, and that's exactly what is happening to all of us. Sad, that's what I think. You know, they think they're for the kids, but they're causing traumatization and detrimental effects, you know, of the child. But they'll say, oh, children are resilient, you know, they'll bounce back. Well, the child shouldn't have to go through all that. Because when they broke his leg, so that just makes me so sad. Hey, Bob,
Yes.
I don't know if this is okay, but I was wondering if I'd love to do this. I'd love to screenshot these 3 pages and send them to your phone. So
Okay.
you could look at it.
Sure.
And I could cause night too, and that would give me time. Like all day, I'm gonna spend all day reading, highlighting today's not Tuesday, because Tuesday's court, and I'm gonna say we're gonna move to the trial. Okay, so I will when we get off the phone, I will. I'm gonna do that. I don't have a cell phone anymore, Bob. I have a landline.
Mm.
You don't have an email, do you?
Yeah, I do. It's B Pace, PACE at VincentWDavis.com. Yeah, it's the letter B, then PACE at VincentWDavis.com.
So the letter B is in Bob, A
Yep.
is in Apple, C
No,
is
no,
in
no,
Bob.
no. B is in Bob, P is in Paul, A is in Charlie, A is in Apple, C is in Charlie, E is in Edwards. My last name, my first initial, my last name.
Okay. I'll say that VincentWDavis.com, you said?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do that because I've not a problem. I got the new phone, so everybody couldn't hear me, and the other one would break up, and now I can't get into the email for some reason. But and they wanted money, and I go, oh, well, that's got to be a scam. One thing after another. But I was trying to figure that because I was thinking about doing that the other day. I just got these Friday. So. Just the wording in it, and then the part where it says I'm going to waive my constitutional rights, so that would be the dumbest thing of me to do. So I told that girl that's been coming over, and she's been doing like a Bible study with me once a week. I told her I can't even think at the time right now, Bob. I'm like,
It's all right. It's all right, Bartley. It's a hard thing to do what you're doing, and I feel really for you on that.
stressful. Well, and the part that upsets me is the stepdad, who has my son. He's just like not really participating. Like basically, he's not at all. I'm like by myself doing everything, and which is okay, but I don't understand that because if we work together as a team, to me, we're gonna get better results. It's gonna be better, easier maybe to get through this with these people and be able to move on and live just a regular life,
Yeah.
Because even afterwards, I've been told I have to lawsuit for my son injury to a child for his leg. I even did what I heard on your show when that happened. That happened to him in February. I called the CPS hotline. I even called the sheriff's department to report that he was hurt in the foster care system, and he should have been removed, and he wasn't.
Well, you should have called 911. That's the mistake there because they will try to cover it up. They'll try to cover it up.
Oh, okay.
They'll try to cover it up.
But these people are in different positions. So if AI is supposed to be taking over the whole world and everything, because they won't have a job pretty soon. And
I don't know.
I'm just talking just to talk. That's all about that doesn't even make sense. Some of these people, rub elbows, and I don't get it. I don't get it. If I don't get those to you today, I do have to go to town tomorrow. I can stop by the library and maybe send these over to you through your email or phone. That way, this would like you to take a gander at them.
You don't want to see. You want to clear up your case. When your case is over, you need a letter that says your case is over. And if you're found not guilty, you need it removed from CPS's record, your whole case. If
How
you're
do I get them? I thought I got to leave them to leave me alone until my son's 18 because they're gonna bother me till then. I just don't.
well, they will do that unless the corruption or something that you have to do something else. Okay.
This is
Okay.
they don't have nothing on me.
Yeah.
I don't do nothing. I
Right.
stay home. I take care of the house.
Right. Right. One second, Bartley. Anna, my
Sure.
time at 8 o'clock is Pacific Standard Time in the morning on Sunday. So that would be 8 to 9, 9 to 10 o'clock your time. And um, that's what the time is on the weekend, 8 a.m. And then on the weekdays, it's 10 a.m. So it's 1 o'clock your time on the weekdays and 8 to 9, 9, 10, 11 o'clock on the weekends. And then, of course, it's 7 o'clock. That's Pacific Standard Time.
I'm Bob.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
But that way I can ask you a few more questions. But
Okay.
I've read all of that report because it's like 16 pages long. So.
All right.
And I got to sit down and do that. And I appreciate you talking to each and
Right.
every one of us. It
Right.
means a lot to everybody.
Well, I have to go because my time's up. It's already after 9 o'clock. So I want to thank you all for listening. And thank you for calling, Bartley. And God bless you. And I'll see you tonight. Thank you, Anna Smith, for coming into my live stream. And thank you, Margaret King from California, Ann Smith from Florida. Thank you all. And remember, always, keep fighting for your kids. Don't forget, they're important. There'll be a brief video to see at the conclusion. This is Bartley and Bob signing off. Have a really beautiful day. I'll see you tonight at 7 p.m.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against then it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the last one.